Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another gameplay video. Today we're playing some Hearts of Iron 4 again. I don't even know why I say today we're playing. You obviously know what I'm playing, and I've just been playing this game for the past, week. But anyway, so let's just recap on the progress that we've made so far. So we have Romania here that has decided that they would go the other way. They would go to the authoritarian type of government, other than the people, communist people's government. You know what I'm saying? Wow, we actually have 100% There's nothing else. There's nothing else in Austria-Hungary. It's just complete communism. But anyway, Romania decided they made the grave mistake of joining the Axis powers. So we're about to declare war on Germany. That is our ultimate goal here, and our fabricate war goals is nearly complete. We didn't have a whole lot of time since the world tension is at 100%, and so in 20 days we'll be able to declare war on the Germans. But we forgot one thing last time. The Italians. As you can see, the Italians are actually massing a couple troops here. Actually, quite a few troops here at the border. It seems like they had a couple to spare from the French border. And if we declare war on Germany, they're going to have a free reign to take as much territory as they want down here, because I don't have actually any military troops preventing that advance from taking place. So what we're going to have to do is that, unfortunately, we are split. Our military is split a little bit, and we have a pocket of our troops actually down here trying to tame Romania and stop that country from taking territory, whilst also over here, whilst also on the Western Front, trying to prepare against Germany. But we forgot this front down here, like I said before. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to allow these divisions to train, and then continue to train more divisions of infantry. And then once these infantry divisions are done and all of these are done, we're going to put these guys here. So let's actually add another front line to this one army, and then as troops start coming in Budapest, we'll start putting them on here at the border of northern Italy, so we don't get fucking wrecked as soon as we start this war, because the war is going to happen very soon, and these troops aren't going to be done in time to when the war goal is finished being fabricated. Okay, there are faction members justifying war goals, so it looks like the Soviet Union is going to attempt to defeat Finland, which they shouldn't have too much of a problem with. It seems like the Soviets just simply have a superior military force. But actually, you know what? The Finnish look like they have a pretty sizable military. Soviet Union's going to have a handful up there, which might be worrisome to us, because this could cause the Soviet Union to focus a lot of their military up here to defeat the Finnish, while we're down here trying to attack and defend against 3 different countries. Romania isn't awfully powerful at this point. I mean, they have quite a few troops on the border here, but we have quite a few troops on the border there as well. So this isn't any point should we worry about that at all. But another interesting thing is, in the development of this war, is that we have these coasts here that are vulnerable to Italian invasion. So even if we do get enough soldiers on this border here with northern Italy, will actually be vulnerable to an attack, to a naval invasion from the Italian shores, which are right here. So what we have to do is, not only do we have to put some troops here, we're going to put some troops here. And that is a lot of troops and a lot of preparation that we should have thought about in the last episode, but we didn't. We were too busy, trying to rush to get to war with Germany, to make this a little bit more interesting. But without further ado, let's get some more steel from the Soviet Union because we continue to lose all of it. And then that's about it. So let's continue our campaign and then check the progress of the war goal fabrication justification now. So we're getting there, and these soldiers are being trained currently. Heavy tanks are being produced very slowly, I see, even though I have quite a few factories producing it. Very slow production. Okay, so this looks like the Soviet Union declared war on Finland. You see what I mean, though? Like, you can see how the troops that were at the East Prussian borders have left. And the Soviet Union's focusing a lot of their military power. Actually, it looks like all of their military, they just decided, fuck it, we're going to bring the entire Soviet army up there. A call to arms? No. You got it. You're perfectly fine with taking care of that yourself. I don't need to baby a Soviet Union. You're like the most powerful country other than me, Germany, and the United States. So we need some research slots here. So we got some researching to do, and I think we should probably start researching. I had an idea of what I was going to research. Oh, some infantry equipment, just some upgrades to our support weapons and things like that. And then eventually we're going to get to mechanized infantry, which is actually very, very useful. Okay, so let's just get support weapons for right now. And we have some free civilian factories. Let's create some more civilian factories, actually. Should we? We have, we have 30 right now. Do we need to make more civilian factories? Let's make some more. Let's make 2 more over here. Okay, let's just make 1 more so we can have, 3 sets of 15, and then we can continue to make some military factories over here just along this border, because we don't want them to be anywhere near the German lines, because we already have some pretty vulnerable areas like here and here, which yield a lot of military factories, which could be very helpful to us, that if we lose them, it's going to be pretty devastating. Finland should not last long, okay? The Finnish should not be able to withstand this military invasion, especially if the entire Soviet fucking army is knocking on its front door. It's just not happening. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, the justification to conquer the German lands has been completed, but the problem is that we're not prepared for such an attack. Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy, because one part of our military is over here defending against the Romanians. 2, the Italian border is undefended. Let's actually put some troops on there. And 3, we're not actually strong enough to attack the Germans, because you can see down here, it says right here, the enemy is stronger. So compared to the enemy, our forces are weaker. That means that this war goal that expires in May, we may not be able to fulfill it in time. We may not be able to reinforce this border in time. Oh no. Oh shit, that sucks. Fuck. Looks like the German Reich has taken France, and we only have Republican Spain left over there. I'd like to say we have a good cause. Yeah, we have good cause. People's revolution shall prevail. As usual, I'm not afraid of some pesky Germans thinking they own the place. Nah, man. Not about that life, fam. Anyway, so we got some free military factories here, so let's just continue to let's dedicate some of this to maybe some fighters. Let's dedicate some of these military factories to fighters. And then let's trade in some oil from the Soviet Union, because, you know, the Soviet Union has everything we need. And now the Soviets should be able to help us out a little bit. They should be coming down to help. Look at that. And if we attack the Germans, I think we should be able to defeat them based simply off of the help from the Soviet Union. We just have to fortify this border a lot more than it already is. So instead of waiting for these troops to come out, let's just do this so this war goal doesn't expire. And then let's put these guys at the border here. I really wish the Soviet Union didn't declare war on Finland so they can have their full attention directed towards Germany, because shit's about to hit the fan. But they decided that they wanted to fuck it all up. Okay. So now if we declare war, we should be well defended in this area here. I think this should be a sufficient amount of troops to defend this area. I'm not entirely sure. I'm probably wrong, but you know, when am I ever right? So this isn't even if this is a common occurrence. Looks like we got some. What country is that? I forget. Let's see here. Xinjiang. Is that how you pronounce it, or do you actually pronounce the K as a K, like a Xinjiang? I don't think you pronounce it as a K though. Like a. Anyway, so it looks like the Soviet Union's actually getting into Finland pretty well there. They shouldn't be able to survive for too long. Right now I'm contemplating on what I'm going to be doing. I actually have a national focus that we can go and do. So let's actually get ideological fanaticism, which grants national unity plus 5%, which is very useful. Division attack on core territory plus 10, division defense on core territory plus 10, and I can create a faction, which isn't very useful, but I can also do kamikaze strikes. So let's do that, and then let's do this here. Let's do commando, special forces attack and defense. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. And then for our technology, let's just upgrade our artillery, because shit's about to hit the fan, like I said. Okay, did this expire yet to declare war? How long will this expire? How long until this expires? It doesn't tell me. Okay, so I think the time has come, ladies and gentlemen. Time seems relatively dire at this point, and we might get our asses handed to us. But fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. You know, I really fucking wish the Soviet Union didn't declare war on Finland right now. They could have done it sometime and fucking, you know, give so many troops, provide so many troops for that advance. You don't need that many troops up there, Soviet Union, okay? Alright. Here we go. Considering the Soviet Union is down here as well with me, let's actually pull these guys off and then give them an order to protect these couple of places right here. Protect this coast. Okay. There they go. Andale. Get there. Get there and defend. Wonder what the Spanish are doing. Chilling, as usual. I feel like the Italians are just way too strong on that border. Fuck, man, this is nerve-wracking. All right, let's just do it. Let's stop being pansies. Let's just do it. Germany, declare war. Potential enemies, call my allies. Boom. Okay. So Tonutava, Mongolia, Xinjiang, I think. Japan is against me. Manchuria or Manguk. Fucking what the fuck, Manchuk? I don't know. I'm sorry for the pronunciations. I'm not, you know, very fluent in that language. Legionary Romania. Turn that on then. Italy has our enemy. Soviet Union has joined us, so that's good. Soviet Union decided, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and join that shit. And let's get our fighters in the sky, even though we're going to get fucking wrecked. And then let's stop these guys from attacking my place. Close air support over here in East Germany. As you can see, the Germans are actually able to hit very hard. And the offensive has already begun and they just started. Tactical bombers, putting them in here. Just have at it with those soldiers there. Okay, and then the Romanians do all that. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, the Italian border wasn't strong enough. So, what that means we need to do is we need to reinforce the Italian border. The border with Romania, however, very, we're probably going to win that. I think we might win that. Okay. Down here we're doing pretty well, but everywhere else we're doing terribly. So, they got a lot of fighters in the sky. So we're pretty much fucked at this point. Whoa, let's not go too fast. So East Prussia is getting taken over by the Soviets, obviously. There's no stopping that. Romania got kind of fucking annihilated over here. But we're getting sandwiched here, which isn't a good thing. So we have to keep a watchful eye on this area right here, just so our soldiers don't get cut off. If I see my soldiers are starting to get cut off, I'm gonna pull them out, and then you know, reassign them, allow them to reorganize. Wow, these guys got pretty far in. So this is where the original border was. So they got pretty far. So you attack with this division, so that would take that out easier. Okay, so hold on, pause this. What's this? Non-aggression pact from People's Republic of China. Okay, and then from China, okay, and then from the UK, sure. Ask for military access. Wants to move troops through your territory, sure. It's always useful if a nation can help against Germany. You see, Germany, the German Reich, typically falls. Now, the reason why it typically falls is because the United States kind of jumps right on in and says, hey, I'm here, bitches. What's going on? That's essentially what happens. And then it fucks everybody up. But what else could happen is that the U.S. could just not join the war altogether and just decide, I'm just not going to be a part of it. But I think the U.S. is a part of it, is it? No, and we don't know what its focus is right now. So it could be just kind of sitting there and watching, or it could be trying to help us out. We don't know. Okay, so we research some more stuff. Let's research, fuck, what do we research now? This is an issue. Medium tanks. We'll start getting some medium divisions out there. And considering we're at war, we're probably going to have to use a lot of these resources. So, as soon as all this infantry are able to get up there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to decide to reinforce the Italian border here, because we're getting our asses whooped, handed to us, and we don't like that. We can't let that happen. As you can see, the Soviet bombers are underway, bombing the fuck out of them Germans. Some fighters in the sky here. It would be really cool if every nation had custom planes, because this is my plane here. That's just the generic. And that right there is a fucking Russian fighter. Yeah. And those are German fighters. Okay. So our development so far is the German Reich is actually able to push us back a little bit. And it seems like we're losing ground, so let's pull back. Let's just pull these units back to Salzburg. No, don't go through enemy territory. What are you, fucking stupid or something? No, do this, and then that, and then that, and then that. Don't try to go through enemy territory. What is with the AI? Go this way. There you go. Okay, occupy them. Move these troops out. Because we don't want to get choked off here. We don't want to be stopped. So let's just keep attacking this area as much as we can to prevent an advance. So we're trying to get as many troops out as possible. In order to do that, we should probably get rid of the line down here, so they stop trying to go down there. That means that they should probably move. Okay, good. This guy, go away, go back. You attack here. Okay, you continue going this way. No, where the fuck are you going? Go that way. You don't want to die. That's a bad thing if you die. And what are we doing here? Let's attack this area. Then let's attack this area. Attack these guys. Sandwich these troops in. Okay, and then sandwich these troops in. And then sandwich these troops in. We should be surrounding these guys. When you surround troops, you can actually get a bonus right here, attacking from multiple directions. That'll give you a bonus when you're attacking enemy troops, because you know you're attacking from like 40 different places at once. So it's kind of hard to establish a front line at that point. And it seems like the Soviets actually have very limited intervention into this war, into the war efforts thus far. So we're gonna pull back. We're gonna pull back so the Germans can take these couple of mountains here. We pulled back so that we wouldn't actually be cut off, because if we were cut off, then a lot of our troops would have died, and we don't want that. We don't want large swaths of our territory, large swaths of our troops dying all of a sudden. So it was very useful and very good of us. Let's just take this out. That we decided to pull those troops out when we did. Well, let's keep an eye on them. Make sure they're not dying. Looks like we're winning a little bit up here. We're successfully defending. The Germans usually attack hard right here where Czechoslovakia is. I never had a German advance, because I played a game with Poland once where the Germans were actually fighting really hard up here in the north. I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so now these guys should be going down here to help attack Romania, finish the rest of Romania off. Hopefully we can kill them a lot faster than we are doing now, so we can get all these troops, these 32 divisions, up to defend against the Germans, because this isn't going very well, and it needs to go well. The fucking Soviet bombers flying over Frankfurt, getting, probably going to, where are they going? Bitburg? Dropping bombs. Probably going to Brussels. Oh, Brussels. You gotta love them. No, I guess not. Where the fuck? Going to Paris? I guess not either. What the hell? Okay. So these guys, let's speed this up a little bit so we can get these troops down here a lot quicker. And we should start taking Romania since the remainder of these divisions finally decided to show up. So there's that city. And as soon as we take Bucharest or Bucharest, however you pronounce it, ch or k, and I don't know. To be honest with you, but as soon as we take this, they should capitulate. This should be game over for those guys. So let's actually go see if we can go right into it. Nope. Denied. Don't even try to stop me. It ain't happening. This attack is flawed. Let's wait for them to leave. Now let's do it again. And then that should be the charge that wins. Oh, no. No, it is not. That is very unfortunate. Come on. There we go. Nope. There we go. Nope. Attack the city for fuck's sake. Okay, you guys cut these guys off. Now let's check out the German line. So, unfortunately, one of our divisions got stuck behind, but it seems that our plan on salvaging most of our troops has prevailed. We didn't get trapped. See, this is what I didn't want to happen. But at least there's one troop instead of 13. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna delete this front line, and we're just gonna expand this one. That means we're gonna assign these troops to this. Okay. And then we're gonna stop attacking since that's simply not going to work out very well for us. This is very unfortunate right here. Maybe we can reach behind German lines. Some kind of breakthrough. Have we taken the capital yet? No, we have not. Focus all military firepower on the capital. And they're holding it miraculously, which is really cool. And very strange. Seriously, let's take the capital, for fuck's sake. It's a capital, just take it. It's not that hard. That should be it. Let's see. No, it's not it. They're not buying it. Okay, there we go. That should be it. Okay, let's take a look at the Germans over here, the German border. It looks like their advance is slowed a bit, but the organization of these troops down here is very low because they had to move back a lot because they're being pushed back substantially. So, oh, there we go. Take that. Now let's take these troops and just put them with this army right here. And then they're going to go and reinforce the front lines. Now that we have our full attention on the German front lines, we should actually start maybe pushing them back. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. That is not okay. We lost that city there. We cannot keep letting that happen. But whoa. Let's redraw these lines so we're not leaving any areas exposed. Okay, let's pull these troops out. Let's give them that little territory there. because that was a choke point right there. Not a choke point. That was like a little pocket right there where we were completely surrounded by the enemy. I'm trying to help the AI fall back to strategic positions so that they can launch a counteroffensive at some point. Because right now our offensive has died. Upper Austria. So where the fuck are these troops at? So there are our troops. Okay. You attack here. Yeah, that should work. And then attack here to stop these troops from moving. That's 64 divisions of infantry. That's a pretty significant amount of troops, if you ask me. It's because we have both the Italian military and the German military at our throats. And the Soviets are not helping at all. Like, they have no troops near where we are assisting us whatsoever. So we're essentially on our own against the Germans. Whoops, we have a national focus. Let's get some aviation efforts finally. Holy shit, we forgot to do research. See, guys, what you made me do? Made me forget to do research. Thanks a lot. But let's get some land doctrines. Breakthrough is very useful. Air, let's research the second type of fighters. This right here, let's do decryption. We'd like to know what the US is doing at some point. And then for industry, let's go ahead and do the assembly line production, which increases our efficiency cap so we can make more stuff. Because we're going to be losing a lot of military factories quite soon, so we want to make sure our production rate is pretty high before we start losing all of that. So us being here is very pointless, but we can actually convert this close air support, these tactical bombers, to just strategic bombing other than attempting to support our troops. Close air support should actually be put here in Western Poland, which they would be very useful in, and then the fighters should be put in pick the fighters, put in the Alpine region, which has actually has a couple fighters now, so we can try to gain some superiority there. I'm not entirely sure how long it's gonna last, but that is our goal. Something happened. It froze. Something significant happened. Nope, I guess not. The US joined the war against the Germans, hopefully. So what is our issue? Friendly air superiority. Some divisions are not in position, so let's actually launch a counteroffensive, and we should be pushing back a little bit. Japan demands French Indochina. What's this say? Taking advantage of French weakness in light of the struggle in Europe, Japan has coerced the new government into surrendering control over their colony in Indochina. Japanese troops have already moved to occupy all major bases in the region, and experts fear that the colony could be used as a launching point for future military expeditions. Vultures picking on a corpse. That's a pretty interesting way of... Whoa, hold on, wait, what the fuck? Okay, the assassination of Leon Trotsky. Leon Trotsky, once the top lieutenant and heir presumptive of Vladimir... Is that an I or an L? Oh, Ilyich Lenin. I'm sorry, I thought that was an L. I was like, that's a pretty strange name, but it's already strange because I don't know it anyway. Lenin died today in a Mexico City hospital. Well, Lenin didn't, Leon Trotsky did. He was attacked in his home with an ice axe. What the fuck? By a Spanish national believed to have been in the employ of the NKVD after a failed power struggle with Joseph Stalin and his allies for control of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Trotsky spent the 30s in exile, living in Turkey, France, and Norway before finally settling in Mexico. he remained a constant critic of Stalin and the degenerated workers' state of the Soviet Union. So considering Leon Trotsky was also a communist, but he wasn't as radical and kind of tyrannical as Stalin, his death is kind of a dick move, so a fitting end to that rabble-rouser, apparently. Even though that was the wrong option to pick, we probably should have picked barbaric, but even then, it doesn't. I don't think it actually changed anything. It might have changed the opinion with me and the Soviet Union, considering our reaction to it. We're not as blown away as Stalin is right now. But let's improve artillery some more. And this counteroffensive is kind of working. I mean, we gained a couple of provinces, but we're not really doing all that great. I think we're doing okay. We're all right in this offensive. Okay. Yeah, all right. All right, cool. So let's pause that here. So this is the 31st. Let's do the 1st of September. And yeah, so that should be all for this episode. So let's just kind of recap on what actually happened and what's going on so far. So essentially what's going on with Germany is that Germany has just enough military power to push us back, as it seems right here. We have just enough military power to push the Germans, to stop the Germans from advancing further into the country, and we have just enough military power to stop the Italians from advancing any further, even though they're having actually some quite a bit of success with this 35 divisions of theirs. It's kind of bullshit, but hey, that's kind of how the game works. And we're researching some technology for the military and all that, which is useful. And the Soviet Union has so far done absolutely nothing to assist me, because they're too busy holding the front with Finland, which they just had a fucking white peace with. So what the fuck is going on? Well, anyway, so yeah, that is all for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Got some feedback from the last episode at the end there. And I decided that I'm going to dedicate the majority of this channel to doing some strategy games. Yeah, I'm going to play games like, Europa Universalis 4, play some more campaigns for Hearts of Iron 4, and so on and so forth. Playing some Total War games as well. That's always fun. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you had a fantastic time watching this episode, and I sure did. And I'll see you all later. Peace.